Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Atout here, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to my interview with Danny Limelight. Hello.
What's up, mi gente? Alicia, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. How are you over there?
I'm doing good. I feel like this interview is like a year in the making now. So
Seriously, I feel like the first time that we booked it, I don't remember if you were busy or I was, but we've been playing phone tag for so damn long,
yeah.
and now the record button is going. We are
So
here.
we ready to rock now, finally.
So
Thank you.
welcome.
For time, by the way.
Oh my
I know
gosh, of
you're
course. Same with you. I mean, tell me about that busyness. How's your day been? Because I know sometimes your schedule can just be absolutely just hectic all the time.
yeah.
So fill us in.
It's been wild. Today alone, I had at first I had a doctor's appointment in the morning. I had to go get some shots, some regular checkup stuff, and then after that, I had a meeting with an agent and a manager and a literature manager look over one of my scripts.
Nice.
So dealing with that stuff, I had an audition I had to submit this morning that I did last night for a callback for a Netflix TV show. So there's that. And then I got my little one. She's running around here somewhere playing games and stuff. So pretty busy day, you know.
Yeah, that's all in one day's work, which is pretty impressive. I mean, that's something that I definitely, of course, that's something that I wanted to bring up with you, because something that I have noticed since the day that we kind of started just shooting the breeze is just your drive, your perseverance. So I can always kind of spot another underdog who has something to prove. So where do you kind of feel like that drive does come from?
Oh, definitely that underdog mentality. I like feeling like my back's against the wall, you know, and I have nowhere to go but forward. I micromanage myself sometimes. I definitely fill my calendar up with more things that I can handle in days, try to juggle all of it. But I'm very ambitious. I persevere, like you said, I'm persistent. And I just love the grind. I love the feeling of coming up and proving doubters wrong. I think I'm fueled by the doubters, definitely.
How good does it feel when you kind of have that like fuck you moment, you know, to give to those people who doubted you? Because those are honestly, I say three things fuel me, and one of them spite.
See, for me, like my fuck you moment is when I can smile on their face. Like that to me is like I'll smile, and I actually show my teeth in the smile too, so you know it's like a real fuck you smile.
Nice,
you know?
smug. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm fueled by the doubters, and I try to accomplish stuff. But I honestly, if I'm being real with you, I feel like once I accomplish that whatever it was I was trying to accomplish, or I hit that level, like I don't even think about the doubters. I look for the next doubters that's thinking that it was a fluke or luck, you know, and I have to prove them wrong again. You know, I just and some people say that it's not like the best way to carry yourself, but for me, you know, it drives me. You know, I've always been an underdog. People have always said no to me, so I like to prove them wrong.
I'm the exact same way. I was bullied so much growing up. I know we've kind of talked about this in the past, but it's one of those things where anytime you have someone who doubts you, my brain just goes straight to, all right, motherfucker, let's go. Watch me do it. Well, it's been really cool though, just seeing you grow from company to company. Now, of course, you're not only signed with MLW, but now 5150 are our tag team champions. So what's your experience been like with MLW already?
I love it there. I think one of the when I left AEW and we went our ways, I think that for me the thing that I was looking for in a company that I went to next was who's gonna let me talk. Like that was like the biggest thing for me, because one of the things that I feel like I'm really, really good at when it comes to this wrestling stuff is my promo work. And I, you know, a lot of it, I give thanks to, you know, David Marquez, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, because from the minute I showed up there in 2015, I was less than a year in the business. They handed me the microphone and told me, you need to be able to talk, you know? And I was never really afraid of public speaking or anything like that. And, you know, over the years, I've done acting classes and things like that. And so the next big place where I was really able to talk was New Japan. Like, you know, being part of Team Filthy with Tom Lawler and those guys, I do most of the talking for the group. So that kind of, you know, became my thing, was talking. So when I got to MLW, you know, and Conan told me that the idea was for me to come join LAX 5150, I knew that, you know, Conan, the OG, is usually the talker and stuff like that. But I knew that once he gave me one chance with the microphone, that I was gonna be able to be the guy that's talking for the group. And I feel like now, when all the promos that people are starting to see is, you know, Conan does his part, you know, Julius Smokes does his part, Slice does his thing, and then it's just me to really bring it on home. And I think that Conan gave me that trust, gave me that love. You know, I've known him for a few years. He's the one that brought me to Mexico the first time for the Crash. He's the one that brought me to Mexico for AAA. So we have that relationship, and, you know, I'm happy to be with him. I'm happy to be with my boy Slice, and I'm happy to be with Julia Smokes, you know, and now we got Homicide running with us here and there too. So it feels good, man. And I love what MLW is doing, you know, all the hot, young, up and coming talent they're bringing in. They got the veterans there as well. And the storytelling, to me, that's like so important, the storytelling, you know. So, I mean, you know firsthand better than anybody.
That I do.
The fun that we have back there, Miss Crime Scene Investigator over here.
No, it's so much fun whenever you get to actually see people shine on the microphone, because I feel like that really does make or break a wrestler. And for me growing up, like my favorites were Cena and The Rock, and they are the two best to ever. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Hi. She is so stunning.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. But it really is one of those things that's always so cool to see when people just get to shine and really just take it away. And the beauty with MLW too is they don't give you a crazy amount of direction, so you really can still put over what you have to, but at the same time you have that freedom to kind of say what you want and flow.
Yes, and I think that having that creative freedom in the sense of like still being able to be you, still being authentic to yourself, not just going off a script or anything like that. Is she bumped her head? Sorry.
No. Oh, is she okay?
Hiding, and then I was trying to break them up, and then and then Kennedy punched me in the eye.
You okay?
It's a point.
What? Get out of here. Go. Get out of here.
Well done.
That's why she's the one that's working on all the TV shows.
That's why acting runs in the family.
Yeah,
she over here about to come back from that and say, Danny, we'll cut this out. We'll edit
cut this off. Yeah, no, yeah.
That's staying in.
She did makeup to have like a mark. That's why I'm like sitting there trying to like.
That's good.
That's my daughter, everybody. Jesus. But like I said, having that authentic self. I'm sorry.
Don't be. That was amazing.
Having that authentic. That ability to be authentic, be able to be creative and stay true to who you are, to me has always been important. It's always been something that I feel like everywhere I've gone, I've been able to do is still be me. Right. And the fact that MLW really encourages that and allows people to really be them, I think that's very valuable. And I really appreciate Court and everybody backstage that has a hand in that.
Right. It was really cool too, being able to watch you in so many different brands. I mean, of course, MLW now, we mentioned AEW, New Japan, and just dozens of other promotions all over the place. So with all of that kind of under your belt right now, where are some spots you'd still love to travel and bring your craft? Like, is there still a lot of different places to kind of check off for you?
Yeah, there is. I mean, there's some companies, you know, the big company, I've never been there yet. You know, one day we'll see, you know, if it takes me there, but obviously PWG, Defy. I want to go to Defy. House of Glory in New York. That's one of my lists. I want to wrestle in the UK. You know, I was talking to Will Ospreay about Rev Pro and a couple of companies out there and stuff like that. So I would love to get out there. But for now, really, it's just continuing to work on my craft, continue to make as many bookings as possible, and continue to show people what I can do, you know, whether it's in the ring or on the mic, or if it's, you know, even outside of wrestling, the stuff that I'm doing with the acting, the stunts, and all the projects that I'm working on currently. You know, I have so many goals and so much ambition, and I feel like there's not enough time in the world to do it, but I try to force it in there. And I think that as I continue to progress through all these things, I think wrestling has been my main automobile to get me to where I want to go. And I'm forever grateful to it for that. Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's still, you know, along this journey to becoming the best wrestler in the world, that, you know, that's the goal for everybody, right? You know, it's just being remembered, you know, creating that legacy. And there's so many pit stops along the way, whether it's this indie company in the middle of nowhere, or this big indie company that has all the internet people watching it, or if it's this wrestling company that's on TV for here, you know. And right now, the goal is to be the best tag team in MLW history. The goal right now, the short term, is to carry those tag team championships until forever, you know. And you got to take it from me and Slice Boogie's dead hands, you know.
It's really fun hearing you talk about all your different passions, because you really do dive into so many different things. I remember it was maybe a month and a half ago, we were texting and you kept telling me about all these crazy shows and scripts and just so many cool things happening. Yeah. I know we've talked about this before, but just for people who are watching this interview now, I mean, when it comes to that dream role, I'm going to kind of twist it from when I was just talking to you personally, but the role that you just love to eventually do, I mean, what's kind of the movie and who's that dream co-star?
It's Dwayne Johnson or Denzel Washington, one or the other, you know, and it's definitely, you know, if it is dream world scenario, I would like to be in an action thriller where I'm the star and the main antagonist is Denzel Washington playing a bad guy. I love Denzel's work. He's my favorite actor. I have all his movies on Blu-ray. But my favorite movie of all time is Training Day, and it's one of the only films where he played a bad guy. Okay. And I just loved him as a villain, and I would just love to be the protagonist against him. Or if I'm in a film with The Rock, you know, I'd love to be one of the guys that, you know, throws down. I love to be the bad guy and The Rock's the good guy, you know, and I'm throwing down with Dwayne Johnson. So that's like dream role scenario. But if I go back to the one where I'm the good guy and I'm the hero, I would love, you know, I have this huge crush right now on Ana de Armas. She's this Latina actress.
Okay.
I would love to have her as the leading lady, or even Paige Hurd from the new show Power. She's a really cool actress as well, you know. So I have like all these like crazy ideas,
all the little dreams.
But you know, for now I'm just, you know, little by little, pissed out by pissed out, you know, checking the box by checking the box.
Yes, you have to start with those dreams, regardless of how ridiculous they might seem at one point, because by now you've had so many.
2 years ago, it was get an interview with Alicia Atout, you know. And look, here we are. It only took. We're happy.
No, I'm happy we're here because there are so many different commonalities we've discovered. And one of those passions is our love of Spider-Man. You have multiple Spidey tattoos. So to you, what kind of makes him one of the best superheroes? The best in my opinion.
For me, he's the best superhero. I'm going to tell you why. Because, you know, his morals, what he stands for, great power becomes great responsibility. So I was doing the Spider-Man thing on the indies for a while in 2019. I was running around with my trunks were all different superhero Spider-Man suits from the different comic books, from the comics that he was in, and they were always the ones that his stories in that series or that saga was important to me. You know, I did the Iron Spider, I did the Red and Blue, I did the Symbiote, I did the Spider-Man 99, the Future Foundation. And the reason why is because that the way he carries himself is always with great power comes great responsibility. It's always, you know, everybody else before him. He always puts everybody else before Spider-Man. No matter if he's gonna lose the girl, no matter if he's going to lose someone that he cares about, loves, you know, he puts whatever's best for everybody, the city of New York, because usually he just operates in New York City, before himself. And I think that those morals and that wanting to be the leader, that natural leader instincts, the fact that he's a team player, he's an honorary X-Men, he's an honorary Avenger, he's an honorary Fantastic Four member.
Going deep, Danny.
Yeah, like
I love it.
He's so versatile, like he's done it all. And I think that like, for me, that's why I resonate with him, you know. And I was a nerd growing up. He was a nerd, you know. He wasn't the cool kid in school when he was younger. He didn't have any of the girls, you know. They always friend zoned him. That's me, you know. I've been there. I've done that before. I can relate to him, and I think that, you know, now that Spider-Man's this huge trendy thing and everybody wants, I'm happy that people are starting to see him for the hero that he really is, because I was seeing him when I was a kid. You know, I remember when 9/11 happened. It's going to get real deep right now. When 9/11 happened, like he was one of the only superheroes that had a comic book issue released for 9/11. And like he was standing there over the towers that they fell and stuff like that, and he's looking at the rubbish of the Twin Towers and stuff like that, and he was standing there. He felt so defeated. You know, and I just, you know, man, that happened in my city. I was, you know, 11 years old, and I just remember that. I remember reading that comic. I still have the comic in the plastic in my closet. Yeah.
That's incredible. No, it's honestly one of those things where for me as well, it was somebody that was just equally as nerdy. His morals were always there. And just the storylines as well, compared to anything else, were just so incredibly relatable. So I remember seeing that tattoo and it's like, we must talk Spidey the day that we do an interview. We must.
I don't remember him being your favorite. I didn't know that. That's cool.
All-time favorite. I read every comic book growing up, all the volumes. Like, it was obsessive. So yeah. Can't go wrong with them. But the last thing I wanted to ask you about today, it's a very important one. So you ready for this?
I'm always ready.
All right. Are you team Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland?
Ooh. Don't hate me. I'm team Tom Holland.
Me too.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But what I will say is the pop when they show Toby and Andrew in the new film is gonna be insane.
Oh yeah. I cannot wait for it.
I'm ready to get my tickets for IMAX, the midnight release. I can't wait. I'm gonna go in one of my spider suits and everything. I got like
Hell 4. Yeah. Oh, that's dope. I can't wait to hear it.
You know, a lot of people don't know, but like I dressed up, you know, a lot of time for like the hospital visits and stuff like that, to go see sick kids, and I go to, you know, special schools to read and do flips for them kids, and just like Spider-Man is a well-recognized hero, and I think that's what I want to be recognized for, or remember that. Just being like an everyday hero, whether that's my time from the military, my time in the ring, putting on the suit for the kids, or even, whatever I'm going to do in the future for film. I just want to be remembered for that and being remembered as somebody who never forgot where he came from.
I feel like those are the most wonderful, beautiful parting words we possibly could have had for an interview. So Danny, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time, for hopping on here. I'm so glad we finally got to do this. So
no, I'm so glad. Thank you so much, Alicia.
Oh, of course. Everyone watching, this has been the awesome Danny Limelight. Of course, be sure to check him out every single Wednesday, along with myself on MLW, everybody. And you can visit AliciaAtout.com for plenty more exclusive interviews and features. We'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.